In this part you will be learning how to create a 3D sketch using Project Curve tool. You will also be learning how to create a surface using Boundary Surface tool.
After making these two curves, we are now going to make a surface using these two kite curves. To create a surface, go to Surface module, then select Boundary Surface. Now select the first curve and the second curve. If you click it, sometimes the connectors are flipped in the opposite direction. To align it properly, right click and then give flip connectors. Now the surface will be aligned properly along our kite curves. Then next we need to choose our direction, which means the guide curves. So first select the guide curve number 1, which you have drawn, and number 2, and finally the back surface. Now the surface will be aligned according to our guide curves. The next thing is to align our surface as a normal propagation. Go to and select normal to profile and give the tangent reference as 100. I'll tell the reason for this in the later stages. Tick OK. Now our surface is made. After creating this surface, click the surface, select this boundary surface and go to offset surface and change it as 0 and then offset. I know this must be confusing to all. I will tell you the reason later in the tutorial. This plays a major part in our surface modeling. Then next, we are going to trim this surface. For that one, go to front plane and click sketch. Choose spline. Go to here, click in this line, point over here, second point, third point, fourth point and last point. So select this spline, make this handle as horizontal, and zoom it to this area and adjust this spline according to it and make this handle also horizontal. Now adjust the spline according so that we get the profile. Sometimes if you adjust your curve above a certain limit, it will become somewhat like this. So adjust your curves to a certain limit. Now click OK, then go to exit sketch, then go to trim surface and select this area and give remove selections, then OK. Now this area is removed. Then go over here and hide this front blueprint and view the back blueprint. Here we are going to trim away the external surface other than this. So go to back plane and click sketch. Then again draw spline from here, one point over here, another point over here, and the last part over here. Sorry, the last part over point over here. Make this handle as horizontal. Adjust the splines. to get a shape of that. Now we got the shape of this. Then exit sketch. Now go to trim surface and click this surface and check remove selections. Then click OK. Now the part is removed. Now click the surface trim portion, surface trim portion, and go to offset surface and give 0 mm. Then OK. Now go to right plane, get the normal view, click the right plane and give sketch. Then draw a line from this point to this point. Now make this cutting plane visible. Then draw a center line from here to here. Make sure it is vertical. And at the end here. Then go to this position and draw a spline from here connecting here. Select these two splines and give equal curvature. Oops. Before drawing the spline, make this line as a fixed. Then draw a spline connecting this. Then you can give equal curvature. Now this line will not be disturbed as earlier. Then adjust this handle and superimpose the curve to that profile. Then come to front portion, draw a spline from over here, make one point here, point here, point here, and to this top plane. And select these two splines and give equal curvature. Now adjust these spline curves so as to match the profile of this. Zoom into this portion, carefully pick this point and match the profile. If you go to this area, it will get coincident relation, so be careful of that. Then adjust this curve accordingly. Now the sketch is done. Then exit sketch. Now go to this cutting plane and click sketch and press Ctrl 8 for normal view and go to this wireframe model so that the top blueprint is clearly visible for us. Then click a spline option and draw a spline from here to here. Then draw a center line from this point to up to here. Do not touch this line. Make sure it is a vertical line. Another center point from here to here. Make sure it is a horizontal line. Then slightly turn your model and select these 2 points and give coincident. And same as select these 2 points and give coincident. Now again Ctrl 8. Now adjust this curves accordingly. So as to match this profile, then select this curve and make it as fixed. Then draw another spline from here to here. Select these two splines and give these two splines and give equal curvature. Then next move on to the front portion. Now select spline and draw a spline from here. Keep one point over here and the last point over here. And slightly turn your profile. Then draw a center line from here to here. Then select these 2 points and give coincident. Okay, press Ctrl 8 for a normal view. Now go to this point and adjust this splines slightly so as to superimpose on this curve. Then select these 2 splines and give equal curvature. Now select this point and this sketch give coincident. Now zoom out and exit sketch. Now go to curves, give project curve, and this sketch is already selected. Now select this sketch which I have drawn now and this sketch. After selecting these 2 sketches, a curve will be formed like this, which will be the side part of the car. After drawing the side part of the car, click the front plane and drag it to the front and make it a distance as 2700 mm. Then go to trim surface in surface module and trim the back surface. Make sure that the remove selection is selected. Click OK. Now the back surface is trimmed. Now go to sketch and give 3D sketch and select the curve tool and give convert entities. Now exit the sketch. Now click the plane 5 and give normal to and sketch. Now draw a spline from this point, another point and the last point. Make sure that you didn't touch anything. Then select this point and that spline and give pierce, and the second point, the last point and the curve give pierce, and the second point and this middle curve and give coincident. Now move to the front view and adjust this curve according to this profile such that it superimposes the surface. Now exit the sketch. Then go to boundary surface in surface module and click the first curve and the second curve and the last curve. Now after selecting these 3 curves, click direction box and give this curve as direction 1 and this one, these two curves, and make sure that trim by direction 1 and trim by direction 2 is checked in. Then select the first sketch and give normal to profile and give the tangent influence as 100 and select the direction 1 and give normal to profile. Okay, give tangent influence as 100. Now click OK. Now this part of the car is made. Now go to reference and click plane. We are going to create a new plane. So first reference point, click this point, and as a second reference point, click the front plane. A new plane will be created over here and click OK. And get a normal view over here and slightly turn your object. Sketch this plane. Draw a spline from over this point to this point without touching any of the curves. And click and select this point and this curve and give a PS relation and select this point and this line as a PS relation. Now slightly adjust this handle to get a profile of the car. Go to normal and slightly adjust this to get profile of the car. Click OK. Now click exit sketch and select this line and give convert entities. Then go to surface, boundary surface, select this line and this line and give the direction as this one and this one. Now your full surface, right surface is formed. And also this one. Now select this first curve and give guide curve and give normal to profile. And give tangent influence as 100. And then trim by direction 2 and click OK. Now we have completed some parts of this car. Go to this one, go to edit future, make sure that trim by direction 1 and 2 is also selected, since we will be making a separate guide curve for this portion of the car. Then click OK. It's changing. This one give tick. Now hide these two planes and click the top plane and drag it upwards to height of 600 mm. And go to normal view, then sketch, click spline and draw a spline from here to here without touching any points. Slightly turn your object, select this point and this curve, give pierce relation and select this point and this line, give pierce relation. Now slightly adjust the curve so as to get a profile of the car. Move this point. Adjust this curve slightly so as to match the profile of the car somewhat, approximately. Then click exit. Now select the front plane and click and drag it to 1000 mm and click OK. Now select and sketch it. Give Ctrl 8 for normal view and slightly turn your object. Then click spline and draw a spline from over here to this region without touching any of the curves. Then select this point and this line. Then give pierce and then select this point and this line, give pierce. Then adjust this curve such that it is the portion above the wheel region, like this, shortly. Then give OK. Now click exit and then go to surface model, then select boundary surface, then select first this area, then this curve, now right click and flip connectors, it will come correctly. The next, for direction 2, select this curve, and finally this curve. It's made. Select this curve and give select the last curve and give tangency to face and keep the tangency influence as 100. Then give trim by direction 2 and click OK. Now this surface is being made. Now hide these planes on this plane. Then select the right plane, give Ctrl 8 for normal view and click and sketch. Then change the view as Wireframe View. Then select Spline and draw the spline from here. First point over here, second point over here, third point over here, fourth point, fifth point, and final point over here. Now adjust this handles so as to get a superimposed curve on the profile. Then click Exit Sketch. Now select the top plane and click Normal to and Sketch. Now select Spline and draw a spline from here. Do not touch any points or splines. Point over here, second point over here, third point over here, oops. Sorry, starting from here, first point over here, second point over here, third point over here, and finally here. Over here. Now adjust the spline so as to get a superimposed curve. Over here, then draw a center line from this point to this point. Make sure it is a horizontal line, and another center line from here to here. Make sure it is a horizontal line. Then click Exit Sketch. Now again select the right plane, click Sketch, choose Spline and draw a spline from here, this point, zoom in a bit to this point. You can choose how many points you want to get a approximate shape of the surface, and a final point over, make a final point over here. Now adjust this curve to get a superimposed portion of the surface. Now draw a straight line, center line from here to here, and another center line from this point to this point. Now slightly rotate your object. Delete this coincident point if made any, then select these 2 points and give coincident like this. Select these 2 points and give coincident. Select, delete this coincident to avoid the over constraint problem. Now click exit sketch. Now go to boundary surface under surface module, selections, before that go to curves and give project curve. Under project curve select this curve and the bottom one which you have drawn. Now we will get the side curve, then click OK. Now go to boundary surface under surface module, then select this sketch and this sketch. Select this sketch, normal to profile, and give this as 2. Click OK. Now we have made the surface of the car.